Hello everyone! Welcome to this Sims 3 house design video. So today we are here in Twinbrook building a 4-bedroom modern house. So this is actually a somewhat longer video than I intended it to be. I was kind of wanting to build a somewhat smaller house, although this one ended up taking a very long time to build, so it is what it is. So yeah, this is actually sped up 8 times. Usually I do 7 times. That's just because otherwise it would be quite a bit longer even than it already is. So yeah, it just kind of is what it is. But anyway, this house is built on a custom placed lot in Twinbrook. This is a 30 by 30 lot, and I placed it kind of across like this little river area thing. I don't know, it's like this very small river, I think. You can kind of see it's like with the view of the house kind of faces out the back. But anyway, it's like this little river, and across the river is like the fancier houses in the world, and like down the street to the left of this lot is kind of the stadium. So that's kind of the area of Twinbrook that I built this in. I was kind of looking for somewhere in Twinbrook where I could put down a more interesting lot, but there's like actually very few places where you can put your own lots in Twinbrook, which I didn't realize. It's like mostly unroutable, so I couldn't really do too much with the placement of a custom placed lot in the world. But yeah, this one is kind of interesting. It has a bit of a slope down towards the back of the lot, so I was able to have a walkout basement, which was, I kind of wanted it to be ideally have like more like of the basement level be like open to the outside, but I couldn't really do that with this lot. So the main feature of this house actually is a courtyard that goes all the way up through to the top floor, and you can see it's pretty big. It's actually a 6x6 square, and it goes from the basement level all the way up, and I kind of built the house around that. So you probably saw me add that in, and you can see it there. It's like this sunken square in the middle of the house, and basically almost every room in the house has full wall windows, or full height windows, I guess, that look into that courtyard. So it's a way of like bringing excuse me, a way of bringing a lot of natural light into the house from like that kind of center area, especially great for the lowest level of the house where the only windows really are just at the far corner. So it brings in a lot of nice light. I also put a tree in there, so you get this like really nice greenery, which you'll see in the screenshots at the end. If you stick around for that, you'll see there's a lot of nice greenery. For some reason, when I put a roof on the lower part, so you can see not the 2-story section, it doesn't cover the whole of the first floor, so there's like an area that is just a single story. When I put a roof over that, it made the courtyard like go really dark. It wasn't like it was counting it as like an inside room, so I ended up not putting a roof on that part, which I think ended up turning out better because I was able to use that space for like a really nice large outdoor deck. So you can see that's what I'm doing here, and it actually connects to 2 of the bedrooms on the second floor, so that way you have this like really nice outdoor space. So I think that turned out pretty well, but you can already see how all the windows in the house are like, not all of them, but a lot of windows in the house are facing inward. And one of the ideas with the house too is that it's mainly all the big windows face either inside the courtyard or out the back. So there's very few windows in the sides of the house or on the front of the house. The windows that are there, as you can see, are very small. So it's kind of more directing the views out to the back and kind of into the courtyard, which I thought was interesting. And I kind of like doing things like that sometimes, especially with like a lot of these modern houses. I like to kind of direct the view in a certain way, which I think is kind of nice. And it also gives it a bit more of a private kind of secluded vibe as well when you don't have like all the windows facing the street, especially because this house is actually pretty close to the street, as you can see. So I'm also going to build a garage, so that's going to go right over here. So it's a detached garage, which just kind of goes in front of the house. It's not on a foundation, or it's not connected, and it also goes very, very close to the street. You can see I actually very rarely build one tile from the edge of the lot, so this is probably one of those rare instances where I'm building that close to the edge. But yeah, so that's the garage there. And as for the layout, I think that's pretty much done at this point. This house ends up having 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms, and it has like a nice living area, like a family room area in the basement or bottom level, and there's also a home gym. So I'm going to add an extra room onto the house later on, because initially the way that I laid it out was having 2 bedrooms on the top floor and 2 bedrooms on the very bottom floor. But then I ended up adding a 3rd bedroom to the top level and changing what was going to be a bedroom in the basement to be a gym. So that I changed that up a little bit. As far as the kitchen goes, I really love the way the kitchen turns out in the end. It especially will come together once I get in the colors and stuff. Initially, though, I just kind of lay everything out before I get into that. But essentially, you have this like very sleek modern kitchen, and there's like one open shelf that goes across the top, like right below those like skinny windows, which I think looks really cool. And then you have this really large open living area, which I end up dividing with like this sculptured item, kind of room divider, which I think I do later. But yeah, it's a really nice open space with those big windows, and then you have like a wall of bookshelves, which I think is pretty cool. Right off the kitchen is going to be a little outdoor dining area, which I think is one of the last things I end up furnishing, but that's what that outdoor space is. And yeah, I think I'm going to get a few more trees around here as well. But yeah, you can see that nice tree that's in the center of the house too, which, and you'll see this in the screenshots, it really like adds this kind of nice greenery to the view from all these rooms. It's actually like I really like it. I think it's kind of a nice feature. And right now I'm just putting in a few more like things around the place. But yeah, you can see the laundry room is off the kitchen there, and also kind of it's kind of funny because the laundry room has a huge window that looks into the courtyard as well. But I think it's pretty nice laundry room, I guess. But it wasn't really a better place for it. So anyway, here I'm just, I don't know, trying to change out the bookshelves, I guess. But yeah, so this room right there, the one I first put the bed in, I actually ended up changing that to be the gym, mainly because that room is only accessible from the courtyard. So you'd have to go outside through the courtyard and then into that room. So I thought it would be kind of a fun guest room, but then I changed my mind. I was like, maybe it'd be better for a gym or something. And I ended up making the other bedroom downstairs the guest room, which I initially intended that to be a kid's room, but the kid's room I moved upstairs to the top floor. So yeah, this room here is what ends up being the guest room. So I moved the bunk bed to an additional bedroom upstairs that I'll add later. But anyway, this is the basement kind of space where you have like the bonus room. So basically in here is like a secondary living room. And then I also put in a bar, which I will add a lot more to later on. But initially I just put the bar in there. But yeah, that's kind of the layout there for the main basement living room space. As far as the courtyard goes, it's a pretty simple layout. You have 3 doors to it. So there's one door from the hallway, one door from the bedroom, and one door into the gym, which is the only way to get into the gym. And so you have those 3 doors, and they kind of all join to this square pathway, and then I surrounded it with lots of plants and stuff. And obviously there's the tree in the middle. I also put some outdoor lights in there as well, and some rocks and stuff, so it's kind of nicely landscaped. And you have this like nice little private outdoor space, which I thought was pretty cool. And the fact it's sunken down that low means that when you're in that lowest level, you don't really feel like you're in a basement as much, because you have this all those big windows and that direct access to nature, which I thought was pretty cool. Right now I'm just putting terrain paint in the garage, and then I'm also going to do a little pathway here that goes up to the front door. I'm just using terrain paint for that as well. And right now I think we're going to begin on the exterior colors. I'm doing a very traditional what do you call it? Traditional wood covering that I use a lot. I say traditional just because it's not really traditional in style, but I mean traditional in the sense I do it a lot. It's like this wood texture from Creative Style, and I make it look kind of weathered, and then to put it all over the house and then combine it with stucco. I've done this several times in other houses, but I just like the look of it, so I keep doing it. But basically, yeah, you got these like wood panels that go, or wood cladding that goes in a few different directions. I have some horizontal, some vertical mixed in there just for a little bit of variation. And then I also got some stucco as well, which will go on a few accent bits. So the garage is like that like bump out there. And then I'm also going to get in a stone as a third material for the foundation of the chimneys. So that kind of will add another element to the exterior. But all of the colors though are very neutral, kind of a washed out and kind of not pastel, but they're just like very I don't know. They're not vibrant, I guess, is the way to describe them. Very neutral. But yeah, so right now I'm just recoloring all the windows. I'm matching it to the color of the cladding on the wood, so everything kind of has that same color to it, the same kind of look. So I'm just doing all the windows. I always do this. I always place all the windows and doors and then decide to change the color of them later as opposed to choosing the color first, but it is what it is. And yeah, I also have to do all the interior doors as well, naturally. So I'm just going through and changing all of those as well. And you can see there the main living room has like a little bit of an opening there for those taller windows. So that has like a tiny bit of a higher ceiling right there. You get a little bit more extra light, I guess, which is nice. Right now I'm just adding some outdoor lighting to the house. A little premature because usually it's something I do at the end. But yeah, here I'm just putting some outdoor lighting that just goes by the doors and everything. And also lots of blinds. I put blinds in all the windows just because it's more realistic. I feel like I kind of wish in The Sims you could have the blinds be up or down as opposed to like always halfway. But, it's fine. It adds a bit of detail. I feel like it looks more realistic to have blinds than it does to not. Anyway, as far as the bathrooms go, I do change them up somewhat a little bit after my initial layouts, but the one theme is most of the bathrooms in the house use the shower from one of the store sets. I think it's like the gym, whatever the gym one was. It was like this venue, and it came with this shower that was like a independent shower without a stall. So I made like very modern looking showers. You can get that shower itself as a independent object. You don't have to get the set. I don't have the set. I just have the shower. So I like to do that sometimes with modern houses to like make my own shower with like a window. So most of the bathrooms have that actually. Anyway, right now I was going to put a trellis, but it looked bad, so I didn't keep the trellis. It just was not working. I do end up raising the walls though on that upper balcony so that it gives a little bit more privacy from the front. So you'll see that. But anyway, I also put the mailbox into the garage wall. Probably not usable anymore, but it looks cool. So, that's what I did. And here, I guess, I don't know at what point we begin to start working on the actual colors of stuff on the inside. Because never mind. Right here, I'm adding the upstairs bedroom. So yeah, this is the third bedroom on the second floor of the house. So this is where the kids' bedroom will move to from the basement. And right now I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to place it. I was going to have it like cantilevered like that, but it looked a bit too ridiculous. So I ended up putting a column. So you'll see that. But anyway, that's the upstairs bedroom. And then I build a column for that so it looks more supported. I thought it also made the house look more interesting too, having that kind of element there. It looked kind of fun, so there you go. And now you have like the 3 family bedrooms on the second floor. So you have like the primary bedroom, and you have like a teen's room, and then a kid's room, and then the guest room is in the basement. So it's like more removed from the rest of the house, which I thought was kind of nice. So it's a little bit more separate. But one thing that's also interesting is I didn't use wood flooring as much in this house. I actually used tile throughout the entire living areas on the upper floor and on the lower level as well. So you can see I have tile that runs through the whole living room, dining room, kitchen, and same in the basement level. It's through the whole like living area. Usually I use wood flooring most often in common areas or the main parts of the house, and I do use wood flooring in this house. I have wood flooring in I think a couple bedrooms and then also in the office. But I don't know. I thought I wanted to do something a little different here, so I used the tile, which is kind of a nice, very large, like modern tile. So I have that going on in here. The kitchen, just getting some lights in the kitchen. I think I'm going to start on actually figuring out the color scheme here, which I really love the way the kitchen turns out. So I have these like very warm colored cabinets, very like natural wood looking. And then I got this like dark stone. This is like this dark gray stone on the countertops. And then I carry that all the way up the wall. And this is kind of a theme I use in the bathrooms in the house too, where I match the wall to the counter. So it looks like the stone kind of carries up onto the wall. And yeah, so that's what I did here. And I think it looks really good. So you'll see that in a moment, but I'm getting it on the island right now. I'm getting the wood on the shelf. And I also love the open shelf under those windows, and I do put a lot of decorations on the shelves as well. And then from the outside, you can see all those things through the windows, which I think is kind of cool. But there, you can see the stone carries up onto the wall there. And then I kind of use some wood, and also I'll get some of the white from the outside to match the outside, so some white paint. And that's kind of what I use for the rest of the room. But yeah, I think it actually looks really good. It's kind of a strange kitchen because it's very long and narrow, and it has like that island there, which is very close to the windows, but I think it works, especially with the view from those windows behind the island. Kind of it frames that courtyard view with the tree there, which I think is pretty nice, and it lets a lot of light in from that direction. So I think it looks really cool. And I'm also going to get some decorations and stuff, especially on the shelves, which I really like. I also found these shelves from, it's one of the store worlds. I think it's from Aurora Skies, but I can't be certain. But I actually used those in the basement here underneath the TV. And I also used one in the kitchen. I kind of merged it into the shelf so that it looks like there's like all, so you can see it there. It looks like I have all those little decorative items on the shelf there, which I think looks pretty cool. And yeah, I also got a few more other random things. I add things in as we go. Oh yeah, here's the dividers I was talking about a while ago. So yeah, these are from, what is it? It's Town Life stuff, I believe. And so those kind of provide a nice like division between the dining room and living room. Obviously not necessary, and I guess some people probably wouldn't like the room broken up, but I think it kind of creates a nice division there between the two spaces. And what's happening now is getting some more decorations, I guess. So yeah, you can see just finding some decor items and things to put in here. I doubt it would be the safest to have that like wooden shelf right above the stove like that. But if The Sims 3 had vent hoods, range hoods, I would put that there instead of the shelf right above the stove. But we don't worry about it. It's The Sims. It'll be fine. And there's a smoke detector. And yeah, so there's a pot there, nice big tree. And I guess now we're going to do the living room, dining room areas. So I placed all the furniture already, but now I'm going to go in and actually start to recolor things. So I went very neutral here. You do have the like blue pop of color on the kitchen stools, but yeah, for the main living room, dining room, it's fairly neutral in color scheme. I thought the couches maybe were like a pink, but they're probably more like an off-white. I guess we'll see in a moment, but yeah, so this is the big main formal living room. So you have a nice fireplace there. You have lots of space, lots of bookshelves as well on that back wall. And yeah, so just kind of working my way through here. I'm just going to mainly recolor things at this point since all the layout and all the furniture is actually already in place. So I'm kind of starting with this room divider, just recoloring that. Kind of went with a nice light wood for a lot of these larger pieces of furniture, just so it doesn't look so heavy. Kind of makes it seem like a little brighter. And yeah, so here doing the couches, and let's see what color I ended up going for. I guess it is an off-white. And yeah, so I got that on the couches, the chairs, recoloring the coffee tables here and the lamp there as well. And this coffee table, got rid of the yellow. And yeah, so I think that's almost it for the living room for the most part. I have to do the fireplace too, so I'm getting that in. But yeah, that's like the main core living areas in the house here that are now complete. So yeah, so that's those are the main spaces. So let's see what's next. I think the entrance area is kind of what I tackle next. I do make my own little table here, which I thought was kind of fun. Out of these little weird side tables from Diesel Stuff, I put a shelf above them, so it looks like the legs are on that shelf, which I thought was kind of nice. It's like a little side table. And I use that for like a phone. It's like a little end table there off the entrance. I think I put some candles on it as well. So I thought that was a nice little addition to have there. And then as for the main main entrance area, I put in some runners. I'm going to get some more details as well. And right now I'm getting in the powder room. So this is the 1/2 bathroom in the house. It's also the only bathroom on this first floor. But yeah, it's just a good powder room here. Very simple, nothing too crazy. It's got your nice kind of funky modern sink. Got your toilet, and just getting in all the details. So I got the toilet paper, and that's the hand towels and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much the powder room. I think I'll get a little rug in there or something. I was contemplating putting a window covering, but I did not do that. So yeah, I think that's it for the powder room. Very, very simple. And yeah, so, oh, actually I put in a medicine cabinet as well, so that's fun. But there you go. So anyway, I'm going to reclad the stairs here so they match the tile floor, just so everything kind of goes together and is cohesive. And then I think we're tackling the main entrance next. I believe I put some like decorative items and stuff by the fireplace there. It is kind of odd to have a fireplace like right by the front door, but I thought it would be kind of fun. You know, it's very fancy, I suppose. So that's why I decided to do that. And since actually the house was kind of very much like private from the front, I thought that I should raise this wall that goes around to this balcony. So I used the fence here instead of the half wall, which is higher, and I got the same wood textures on it as well, so it all matches. And then I use that to just give a little bit more privacy on that outdoor space, especially since the house doesn't have a huge amount of outdoor space in the backyard because it's a fairly small lot. The house goes pretty close to the front and back of the lot, so that's a nice outdoor area to have. So yeah. Oh, I guess we're going to do the laundry room now, I suppose. I guess the entrance is coming a little bit later, but laundry room is pretty simple. You got utility sink, washer, dryer, a bunch of decorations in there that don't actually do anything, and a nice little shelf. But yeah, that's pretty much the laundry room right there. So there you go, laundry room done. And then this is the office over here, which could technically be made a 5th bedroom if you so desire. But that the office has like a nice view of the courtyard and also has a door out to the back patio or porch area, which the kitchen also has access to as well. Here I'm putting in the wood flooring in the rooms that have wood flooring and all that kind of stuff. And okay, so now we're going to do the entrance area, I believe. The entrance area, I had a whole moment here making this. So I know that there's this item I was looking for, a very specific item. It was like these 2 shoes, like a pair of shoes that's just like on the floor. And I knew this item existed and I wanted to use it in the entranceway. And you're going to see here, right now I'm searching for the item, and then you'll see the camera, you'll see it cut to where I find it, because it took me absolutely forever to find it. And I was like, I can't record all of this. It's going to be ridiculous. So I ended up cutting out the part where I was like searching for the shoe item. So that'll pop in a moment. And also a few other items I found while I was searching for it that I wanted to use. I set them out. See, there it is. There's a shoe. You see that right there? Right next to the fireplace? Those are the shoes. And I forget what they're called. I think they're called like Benny's tennies, I think. Like tennies as in like tennis shoes, I think. Anyway, I don't know. Or like size 10 shoes. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, the name's not really relevant. I've had like a thing with these shoes before because I remember not being able to find them for a previous house I was making. And I like literally searched everywhere. I tried the, what do you call it? It's like, the collections, right? I tried looking in the collections for every single pack, expansion pack, stuff pack, everything. Wasn't in any of them. I went through the entirety of the miscellaneous decor area. I went through the kids decor. I went through every menu in the game, like literally could not find this item. But I was like, felt like I was going crazy because I was like, I know that this item exists. And so I remember in a previous video, I had talked about this exact item before and how I couldn't find it. I actually never found it in that video. And I remember someone commenting about it. And so I went to my YouTube channel and I went to my comments and I searched like all the comments on my channel for the word shoe. And I actually found, there's not that many comments that say the word shoe. So I found the person, I can't remember who it was at this point, but I found the person who left a comment being like, oh yeah, that object is called this and it's from Generations. And I suspected it was from Generations, but I still couldn't find it. So I went on Google and I looked up the name of this object and I found like a couple, like posts, like very little to find about it, obviously, but I found like a couple like posts on like a forum about someone being like, I know this object's in the game, but I can't find it. And people were like, yeah, it's in the kids section. It's in the kids section. That's actually what the person who left the comment in my video said. It's in the kids decor catalog. And it wasn't there. I couldn't find it there. And other people online, like the 2 people who like were on this forum about this specific issue, were like, yeah, we can't find it. We know it's supposed to be this thing is supposed to be there, but we can't find it. And so I was like, this is ridiculous. This can't be. Also, by the way, we finished the the office, and this is the basement area. So I made like a nice little wet bar with a mini fridge, which I thought was nice. But anyway, so I tried going back in the game, and I went through the kids menu again, couldn't find it. And then where I actually did find it, because I obviously found it, was when you're in like the search by category and you go into kids, and then instead of looking through the specific categories like furniture, toys, and miscellaneous, there's like a fourth option that says all objects. Only when you select view all objects does the shoe object appear. And it's from Generations. It literally is not in the collection for Generations that's in the account. It's not in any of the other kids areas. It's only when you go to the all objects tab in the kids section. I feel like it's got to be a glitch. There's obviously something that happened at some point. It's an old game. Something must have happened at some point where that object disappears. Probably supposed to be in the miscellaneous kids thing, because that's where people said it I guess it used to be, but somehow at some point it's no longer there, and it can only be found through going to the view all objects. So yeah, I spent way too long trying to find that shoe object, and now I've spent a long time telling you all about it. But yeah, so that's my story there for finding that shoe object that I really wanted to have in the entranceway to this house. But anyway, we did the office, which you probably saw, and that's the whole downstairs living area, which is now done. And so you have a nice bonus room down there with the bar and everything, which is pretty cool. And then I have this bathroom here. So this is the full bathroom on the basement level. So this bathroom is, it's for the guest room and also for the gym, I guess. It's good to have. It's a decent size, got the same kind of theme as the kitchen with the countertop that runs up the wall. And then you have the fancy shower where it's like the open shower with the glass pane. I have to adjust the showers because I remember from previous builds I've done that the shower can only be entered from the left side, just like it still has like an imaginary shower enclosure around it, so Sims can only access it from one specific side. So I put in like a regular shower to see like what orientation that should be in. So I ended up adjusting it so it'll actually be usable, which is great. So that's why I have to adjust some of the bathrooms upstairs as well, because I already have the layouts done, but I have to go through and adjust them because of the shower. But anyway, so here you can see I'm just putting in some decorations here in the bathroom. And then, I also have the same thing, the floor extending up onto the walls around the shower there. You can see I adjusted it. So I do that in the other bathrooms too. I have the floor tile continue up onto the walls, and then I have the countertop also continue up onto the walls. So I think it looks kind of cool. You'll see that especially with the upstairs bathrooms. But so this is the gym. So the gym, as I mentioned before, is only accessible through the courtyard, which is kind of funky, but I think it's kind of cool to have a room like that. So you have to go outside to get to this room, but I think it's kind of fitting for a gym, I suppose. And it's also good because it's close by to that bathroom, so your Sims can shower right after working out. So in here I have a pull-up bar, I have a treadmill and a weights machine, and then also a little decorative item there. And then I also put in some posters and stuff. But that's the gym. And I think that's the basement for now. I'll come back to the bedroom down there. But this is the upstairs hallway bathroom, and it's pretty simple. You have a tub shower combo in here, and then you got your sink and your toilet. But I actually have the countertop carry up onto the wall. The orientation is different, so it's a little weird, but it still has the same vibe. And then I'll have have some sort of tile floor in here. I guess it's the same tile floor as the rest of the downstairs, but just kind of recoloring stuff, getting it all in there, getting a little blind there in that bathroom. And pretty simple stuff, I guess. And I'm also going to get like a floor mat as well in there, so that'll be nice. But so there you go. That's very fun, very fun. Anyway, so now we're moving on to the primary bedroom. And so this bedroom has kind of a nice purple color scheme. I went with like this very like soft purple on the walls, and then I decided to go for like a darker purple kind of on the bedspread and stuff. So and I'm also getting in some lamps here, which I thought were nice. And this room kind of has this contrast between like the very yellow wood and then the purple, because yellow and purple are contrasting colors, I believe. So you kind of have that fun contrast. I guess it's more orangey than yellow, but it has like a nice contrast there. And it's also kind of a calming color scheme, I feel like. And this bedroom's nice because it has these big windows. They look outside to the river. It's not like the most amazing view, but it's something. But yeah, they also, this room also has a view of the courtyard, and then it also has a door out to that nice outside space on the top floor. So yeah, we'll get to that later. But anyway, now I'm doing the ensuite bathroom. So this bathroom does not have a bathtub. You'll see one of the other bedrooms does, but the reason I couldn't fit a bathtub in here is because I wanted to have the double sinks. So yeah, this bedroom does have double sinks, or this bathroom rather has double sinks. And you can see I carry the same thing with the tile up from the floor up onto the wall, and also for the countertop up onto the wall as well. And then I also got in some mirrors in here as well. So, and then just all the other decoration items that I usually do. So yeah, that is pretty much it for that bedroom suite. I'm also going to get in the closet as well, of course, getting some decorative clothes in there. But now we're going to move on to what I'm classifying as the teens room. This room could also be a primary bedroom. It's just as big, if not maybe even a tiny bit bigger. Has the same size ensuite bathroom as well, and it also has the same access to that outdoor space. But since this bedroom is at the front of the house and it doesn't have the view out to the river, I decided that this one should be not the main bedroom. But it is still very nice. And you can see here I went with like this kind of dark purple and gray and black and white sort of vibe in here. I put like a desk, so there's like a little computer desk in here. So whatever sim is in this room, they can work and do whatever they need to do. And then there's also I also put a lounge chair in too, which is fun. So that's very luxurious. The other bedroom has that as well in the corner. Also got in some various posters and stuff. And then also, I was going to put in like a couple little chairs, but I thought that was kind of silly. So I ended up putting in, a nice lounge chair. Put your feet up there, which is cool. And then also got in a rug, kind of matched the rug with the colors from the posters there on the wall behind the bed. Got some candles and just other stuff, probably, other decorative items. And then I also have the closet in here as well. So just finishing that up. A little stereo and some little stuff, on the desk. So there you go. And then the bathroom is kind of interesting color-wise. So I rearranged it all. And then so you have a bathtub in this bathroom, but one sink. And I chose a pretty interesting tile color, and it maybe it doesn't go the best with the purple in the bedroom, but I still think it's kind of fun. So you'll see that in a moment. It's kind of got that contrast going on with the yellow, orange, and the purple. So yeah, I got this kind of orangey yellow tile, and then I carried it onto most of the walls. So 3 of the walls actually have it. It just kind of goes all the way around there. And then because of this weird window, or actually the window's not weird, but because of the window, I had to put this weird mirror situation. There's actually a floor mirror that goes through the cabinet there and kind of fits under the window, because all the wall mirrors just overlapped the window, which was kind of ugly. And I got a little mat in there. But yeah, that's that whole upper level. And right now we're just going to do the outdoor space here. So I put in 3 lounge chairs. I also got in some various plants. I was going to try to do some more with the plants, but I didn't do too much. I have one there, which is kind of nice. And I got a couple to go on the fence behind the seats here. So I thought that was nice too. And here I'm just recoloring those. I was considering putting in a little pond thingy in the middle, but I decided not to do that because I thought that it just kind of took away the space too much. So I wanted there to be a little bit more usable space. So I did not do that. But yeah, I think that's mostly what goes up there. I don't even know what else I put up there. I think it's mainly just that. I put a little shade thing that goes above the seats. It's not there right now, but there it is. So I put that up there as well. So, it provides a little bit of shade for people who are lounging. And I also got some lights around as well. So it's got some nice light going on at night. So I just put those around on all the corners. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it there. Oh, actually, we have this one more bedroom, or actually 2 more bedrooms, but we have this bedroom up here. So this is where I moved the kids' room to be. So it has a bunk bed in here, and it also has kind of a fun kid theme, I guess. Not really, but I don't know. I tried my best. So yeah, this was the additional bedroom I added at the like after I finished the rest of the structure. And here I'm just gonna go with, I think, a fairly green color scheme in here. So I actually had a lot of trouble figuring out what to put on the bedspreads. So that went through a few iterations here of figuring out what was best. So it took me a little bit of time to hone in on what specifically I wanted to put there. So, you know, it just was a process to go through all the different options that were available, but I actually don't even remember what I settled on. I think I settled on like the nautical themed one with like skulls and crossbones, and then I put in like, I don't even know what the other one was, but yeah, so I have that one. Oh, the other one was like stripes. So yeah, that's the bedspreads there, and then just recoloring some of the furniture and things in here, and also the pillowcases and stuff, sheets. Got some carpet in this bedroom. Actually, yeah, the other bedroom is carpet too, but yeah, and then there's like a fun little bookshelf over here by the door, and then I got in some more posters and stuff over there by the dresser. And I'll also get in like a little TV and like game console. So I imagine that they could like sit on the floor and like play video games on that if they want. So yeah, I also got a couple beanbag chairs in here. And yeah, here I think I'm going to put in, I put in a little rug. So there's that. And other little random knickknacks and things. There's the game console and there's a little TV. So let's just put that there by the window. So I thought maybe it's like a little gaming center. But yeah, so that's that bedroom. I also put a game console in the bonus room downstairs because it's kind of more of an informal living area. Anyway, this becomes the guest bedroom now in the basement. So I think this is the last room in the house that I have to do, I believe. So yeah, it's a pretty simple guest bedroom. It's pretty small because it's like very narrow, but it has access to the courtyard, which is nice. It has some pretty big windows. And then you have like a somewhat green kind of calming color scheme in here. Got a nice dresser. And then I think there's not too much furniture in here. It's mainly like the dresser, the bed, nightstand, lamp, and like a rug. So that's pretty much what you get, but it is nice. And yeah, there's the rug. And then I'll get some lights and then also, of course, put some clothes in the closet there. But yeah, so that is the inside of the house. So on the outside, I actually switched it up and I put tile on the outside areas instead of wood. I actually, for some reason, it was the same tile as the inside, but the grout was like look completely different outside. So I had to modify it, but it is pretty much the same. It carries from the inside outside. Oh yeah, the garage, I forgot about that. So just doing a little bit of decorating in here, just getting some items from Fastlane stuff in the garage as well. So that's just nicely decorated and all that is good to go. The car is a little bit off, not aligned with the garage door, which I do fix off camera. So don't worry if you've noticed that. But anyway, here I'm just getting in some black paint just in all the foundations and all the little extra areas that are not, accessible. So just so it kind of fades away, doesn't really look ugly. And here I'm going to put in an outdoor dining area. So this is off at the kitchen and the study. So this is that outdoor space. And I thought it would be a good area to have a little bit of an outdoor dining table. So that's what I put in there. And then I also got in like a little hanging plant as well. I think I put a plant by the doors over in the corner. So yeah, there we go. So that's a nice little outdoor space. And now I think the rest is just going to be some landscaping, some very simple landscaping. I didn't do anything too crazy here. So, just some bushes and plants just to go around the house. And also, of course, some terrain paint as well as always, which helps make everything look better as well. So I'm just kind of going through and doing all of that. And yeah, so we're actually very close to the end here. So I hope you enjoyed this video so far. There's going to be some screenshots that you can stick around for if you want to see the house from a first person point of view. And if you enjoyed this video and you haven't seen any of my other videos, you can check out my channel. I have a lot of other house building videos and stuff like that on my channel. And, if you like what you see, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. And yeah, so right now I'm just putting in some more plants. I'm going to do my terrain paint that I always like to do. I think it just really makes it look a lot better when there is some form of grounding to the plants and bushes and stuff as opposed to just being all grass. But yeah, and as always, I love to hear your feedback in the comments. And yeah, we're pretty much at the very end here. So yeah, the screenshots are just going to be here in a few seconds. And just doing the final little touches. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you all have a great day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.